morning, this is Lindsay and Kim with Castle Explorers.
We're here today at Hollywood Studios, and we are going to show you how to use Genie Plus. So the first step that we did was this morning at about 6:30, I went on to the My Disney Experience app and added Genie Plus for the both of us. Now you can add this service starting at midnight the day of, and it varies in price every day. And then right at 7 a.m. while you're here, you can make your first selection. So our first selection is Slinky Dog Dash.
Slinky Dog!
We can ride it at 10:35. So we get like an hour that you get to ride. They give you an hour window. And our next selection then is 2 hours after the park opened. Now the park opened today at 8:30 for early entry, so that means at 10:30 we're going to get to make our second selection.
So we are thrilled to do some rides and get stuff done and show you how it works today, so come explore with us.
Let me show you how to add Genie Plus to your day. You're going to go to the home page of your Walt Disney World app, and you're going to scroll until you see where it says Purchase Genie Plus. Go ahead and click on Purchase, and it'll show you how much it is for the day as this changes. Scroll all the way down to get Disney Genie Plus services. You're going to choose who in your party is going to the park with you for the day, and it's going to tell you the price for the day. You can go ahead and check out and choose your card that you're going to use for purchasing. And it will process your payment, and you're all set for the day. I recommend doing this before 7 a.m. the day of. Once you have purchased Genie Plus, you can go ahead and actually set your tip board up in the Walt Disney World app so that it shows the rides that you're interested in. To do that, you're going to go to the home page. This is after you've purchased Genie Plus, and you're going to scroll down to where it says Start Here to Plan Your Day. You're going to click Start, and then it's going to pull up a calendar so that you can choose the date and the park. Now we are at Hollywood Studios today. I'm going to select the two of us that are going to that park. And then it's going to give me the option to select the attractions that I'm most interested in. We are only planning to spend the day until about 2 p.m. So we're just choosing a few rides today. And then we'll park hop over to Magic Kingdom later. So you can see I'm selecting the rides I'm interested in. It does also show you entertainment options available at the theme park. And if you scroll down, you are also going to see dining options. It shows both table service and quick service options at the theme park you're attending that day. And then you'll even see it shows you anything that's currently unavailable. Then it asks if you have any other special interests. I'm going to go ahead and skip through that, as well as I'm going to skip through the height requirement and accessibility. If you do have a child, though, that has a height requirement for some of the rides, I recommend you go ahead and click on that. Then it's also telling us that the individual lightning lane is available for Rise of Resistance. And now my tip board is all set up. So you'll see it shows me I can book my first selection at 7 a.m. and it has pulled the rides that I have selected as of interest to the very top. And then it does show you some other options to consider. All right, so our next selection is at 10:30, and it actually tells me that right in the app. So in a few seconds, I'm going to be able to make that selection. Now, I want to choose the ride that is closest to us and the quickest time. So Toy Story Mania, which is literally right here next to Slinky Dog Dash, is at 10:30. I'm going to book that one.
Why do we want the quickest time?
The reason you want to do the quickest time is because how Genie Plus works is that you're going to be able to book book the lightning lane every 2 hours, or as soon as you check into your ride.
Whichever comes first.
Whichever one comes first. So if you're choosing the earliest return times, as soon as you check into that ride, you're going to get to make your next selection. So I just got us Toy Story Mania at 11 o'clock. So what we're going to do We're gonna hop on Slinky Dog Dash, which is one of the best rides, I think, here in Toy Story Land and in Hollywood Studios. And then we're going to go on Toy Story Mania. And once we check in, scan our magic bands, we'll be able to make our next selection. Otherwise, right now, it tells me my next selection, if I were to wait the 2 hours, is not until 12 p.m.
So we don't want to wait that long. We want to do as many things as we can.
Correct.
Even if they're smaller rides, it's better to get the biggest bang for your buck.
Absolutely. And then we're planning to park hop later today after we have lunch. After 2 p.m., the park hopping time. So we'll actually switch our park before we go and try to get a ride in a different park later too.
Now that we've scanned in, we can get our next lightning lane selection. Y'all can go ahead. So the next one coming up is going to be Alien Swirling Saucers. So at 12 o'clock, I'm going to book that experience because we just scanned in. Now, is Alien Swirling Saucers a must-do for 2 moms with no children? No. But is it going to give us the fastest turnaround time and make sure we get the most out of our lightning lane? Absolutely. So we just booked it for 12 o'clock. So right after this one, we're going to go over to Alien Swirling Saucers, scan in for that one, and then get another one and see what we can do. We want to do Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway probably next, but that one is temporarily closed, so we might as well get this one. Let's go!
I'm going to go ahead and open up my app. It will refresh and tell me when I can book. It says I can currently book right now. Now we want to choose a ride that is closest to where we are. We're at Toy Story Mania and we want to just head just a little bit over the way to Alien Swirling Saucers. We selected that first available time of 12 p.m. And then we need to go ahead and make sure that everyone in your party is set up for that lightning lane. Now you can see it says we can redeem between 12 and 1 p.m. and we are all set to check into the ride after 12 p.m.
Whoop.
So we have scanned into Alien Swirling Saucers, but we have to scan a second time. So
Yes.
we're not going to be able to get our next lightning lane until we scan in a second time.
They usually tell you when you're doing it. Okay, so Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway Lightning Lane was right during our lunch. So instead of getting that one, we decided to get the Frozen Lightning Lane instead, so we can be in the front of the group to do that one. So by the time we get done with the Frozen show, we'll come back for lunch, but when we scan in for the Frozen show, then we'll be able to get the Lightning Lane for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and it'll give us a little bit more of a time jump, if that makes sense. So now we're going to get preferred seating for the Frozen show, and we're going to get to do Lightning Lane for this one, Alien Swirling Saucers, and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So we're scanned in for Frozen. All right, so the next time for Mickey and Minnie's is 1:55. I'm gonna book that because it'll be available for us to ride once we get our lunch. And we're set. Sweet!
just finished lunch and now are about to check into our lightning lane for
Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway. Standby line is 40 minutes long, and lightning lane is probably nothing.
So while we were eating lunch, we actually could check if we could get our next lightning lane.
Yeah, so we did. And instead, since we're gonna leave this park, we switched the park up at the top and got Magic Kingdom, and then we booked something for later. So we're gonna go back to our hotel room for a little bit. We're gonna change and then go to Magic Kingdom. And we already have like 2 or 3 lightning lanes. By the time we get there, we'll have 3. So that's a pretty great way to start a park. So let's go ride Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Thank you. Let's walk through how to change the park when you're in your Genie Plus tip board. It's super simple. You can see at the top here, currently Magic Kingdom is selected. You just go ahead and click on Change Park. You can select any park that you want to go to. And the really cool thing is that if you know that you're going to another park after park hopping time, you can actually go ahead and start making ride selections anytime as long as your return time is after 2 p.m.
All right, we hopped on over to Magic Kingdom, and we had a couple of our lightning lanes waiting for us. We had Haunted Mansion, we had Pirates, and then we have a 7 Dwarfs Mine Train for a little bit later. But because we were a little bit later than what we had planned, we were able to modify it.
So next up, we're going to have some snacks, eat dinner, and we'll see if there's any other rides we want to go on. A lot of the bigger rides, since Lindsay is pregnant, she can't go on those at Magic Kingdom here.
Buzzkill.
But we have been just going nonstop the last few days, so I'm okay with that.
Ditto. Let's have some snacks and let's show you how we use the rest of our lightning lane.
So we'll show you how we modified that one reservation for our lightning lane, and then we'll check back in after we're headed out of the park.
Haunted Mansion, standby entrance 45, lightning lane, much nice.
Since we were really close to missing our window for our return time for Pirates of the Caribbean, we went ahead into the app and chose to modify our time. Now it shows you the earliest time you can select, so we went ahead and did that, and it moved our lightning lane from 4:40 to 5:40 instead to 5:30 to 6:30. This just allowed us some extra time to be able to make sure we get to the ride before our window was closed.
Genie Plus day today.
If you have any questions about how to use Genie Plus, just drop your questions below and we'll help answer them. And thanks for following along today. Like and subscribe for more videos from us.